That's the one!
Hello, everyone. This is the best podcast we got. I'm Justin.
And I'm Steven.
And today we're doing one of our movie reviews. We watched...
Dale and Tucker versus Evil.
I thought it was Tucker and Dale.
It is Tucker and Dale.
Dale and Tucker versus Evil.
Tucker and Dale.
I did it twice.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yes. It's a good
That's the one.
That's the one. Excellent title.
Yep. very memorable.
Very memorable, yes.
Yeah, if you haven't seen some of our other prior movie reviews, we recently just did the Howard the Duck.
Classic movie.
Steven's favorite. A lot of people
One of them.
had some thoughts on that, so go back and check that one out. And please like and subscribe. But we decided to go with Tucker and Dale versus Evil because I feel like it's a very underrated comedy. That's lobbed into horror as well.
Yeah. It's definitely like a horror spoof, but they do blend the comedy very well together. I actually know a lot of people that like a lot of horror films, like B movies.
Yep.
They would probably have seen this, but if you haven't, it has gone under the radar a little bit. You know.
It almost reminds me of like in the same category as not production value, but like as a Cabin in the Woods, a comedy version of.
I'd say I think Cabin in the Woods is a little bit more art, like has more to say. It's a little bit more artsy. I think.
Yeah.
It has like a lot more of a bigger message. This is just a goofy.
Yeah, it's a goofier horror movie.
I think Cabin in the Woods.
This one's more goofy than Cabins in the Wood has a lot of goofy scenes in it.
Yeah, but I think
it's more horror.
Yeah, it was like trying to be more straight, you know.
Yeah,
Also
it was a parody, I guess, like satire, and it wasn't like haha funny.
No, not haha funny.
Well, that guy, the stoner in that, was hilarious.
Like, but I feel the same way about this one. I don't feel like it's fully haha funny. It's just funny.
Yeah, I think alright, I guess.
You know what I mean?
I think it was pretty haha funny.
It had some scenes. But the same thing with the... Agree to disagree. But basically, the whole premise of the movie is that Tucker and Dale, they're two hillbillies who...
lovable hillbillies.
Who basically put all their money into a vacation home that they're going to fix up. And along the way, they meet these college kids in two different instances where they basically look really creepy.
Yeah, they're like your stereotypical, like, freaky hillbilly, maybe like in the vein of like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre or like a Wrong Turn, maybe.
Yeah, Wrong Turn.
You know, something like that, like funny. It's funny.
Backwoods.
I can kind of like relate to this because I drive around a pickle truck.
Yeah.
And like I have the beard and stuff, but I'm really a nice guy. And then it's like his face is just like.
Especially you, like in the morning, you may have like a murder face.
It's just focus on driving, nothing going on. When everyone looking at me looks like, oh, he's doing. I could easily be fit.
There's a body in
that scene in the beginning where where they drive past him.
Just like glaring at him like a freak though. He is just like.
We gotta throw that one up there where he's just like. Looking at him, so funny.
Yeah.
They drive by. You know, he sees a pretty girl there who's played by Katrina Bowden, and the guy Tyler Labine. Tyler Labine tries to. He like instantly falls in love with her. She's pretty, whatever. And Alan, what's his last name?
Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk. The other main character basically tells him he should go, like, sack up, kind of, and go up and talk to her.
Yeah, because he's, like, very shy and, like, he's nervous around pretty girls, you know, so he's, like, he's striking out with the ladies, and then his buddy, what's his name? Tudyk?
Tyler Tudyk. And the thing is Tucker.
Alan Tudyk is, like, come on, buddy, get over there, talk to her. And he's like, I don't know, you think she'd talk to me, blah, blah, and then he's, like, he gets builds up the courage to walk over.
With
For
a scythe.
whatever reason, decides to bring a scythe. So instantly this looks like a creepy dude and with a big old scythe. And he's like, alright, when you go over there, just smile and laugh a lot. So he goes in there and it's like, oh, what are you guys going camping? And he's got the fucking scythe and it's funny.
It's just funny because I could see you doing that.
yeah.
And you just go over there, smile and laugh. Okay.
But get a few beers in me though, that I'm like way more likable, like happy.
Yeah.
I'd make them laugh, like they would laugh.
Yeah.
You know, because I'd probably stumble.
You shouldn't be carrying a scythe drunk.
No, but it'd keep me up. You know?
That's for you all. No carrying scythes drunk.
No sharp
It
objects.
could lead to death.
As shown in the movie,
As
but these
shown in the movie.
people were drunk on fear, not booze.
Yeah.
Mm.
So one of the antagonists, I guess, of the
Yeah.
the
Chad.
Chad, his name is. It's a whole group of college kids. I think there's like 7 of them.
Something like that, yeah.
And they're camping or whatnot. He tells a story about how hillbillies like killed a bunch of people on the Memorial Day massacre or something like that.
Like 20 years previously.
20 years previously. Yeah.
Mm.
It's always got to be a nice round number.
Oh, yeah.
You can't have a massacre and be like 23 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Too fresh.
Too fresh.
Yeah, people still avoid it.
So basically, they go skinny dipping, and the Katrina Bowden falls in, hits her head, passes out in the water, and Dale, played by Tyler Lavin. Lavin. His last
Let's
name
get
is
a
hard.
count going.
How many
How
times
many times do I say
we
that?
always do
Yeah.
this. Mess up the name.
So
How
Tyler
about we just
Lavin-
stick to Dale and
Yeah.
Tucker?
Tyler Lavin, played by Dale, and Alan.
You just said Tyler Lavin played by Dale.
Oh yeah. He is playing.
It's
a play on words. And then Alan Tudyk.
We just need to stay with the
Alan
names.
Tudyk.
Just go
Alan Tudyk, played by
Dale and Tucker.
He is Dale,
Dale.
and then Katrina Bowden is Allie.
Yes.
So from here on out,
We
those are
use
the
character names.
We'll use the character names.
Yeah.
As it should be.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, they rescue her, take her back to the cabin. They stitch her up or whatever, and the friends now think that she's been taken. They all see her, then put her in the boat.
Yeah, when they get
they
Dale jumps in, gets her, and puts her on the boat. But it looks like they're kidnapping her because
Yeah.
she's passed out.
Hey,
and
we
then-
got your friend.
Yeah, just like they go, hey, we got your friend over here. Oh, you got your friend. And then like they misunderstand it as like we got it, like we took her. And then they all freak out and run.
Yeah. So then they make the college kids want to go and look for
Get their friend back.
get their friend back. They go there. She ends up getting to know Dale. He's a nice guy. So they're fixing the place around, digging a hole. The other guy's on the wood chipper. Tucker's on the wood chipper, and Dale is digging a hole with Katrina Bowden, Allie, right? Yeah,
Allie, yep.
Allie, and all of a sudden they attack them. The college kids attack them.
And these college kids are the most inept group of people ever. Because whenever they go to attack or do anything really, they end up killing themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the college kids, they split up into 2 groups. And then one of them tries to sneak up behind Tucker that's on the wood chipper. And then when he goes to throw something in, he kind of backs off to the left. And the guy just jumps right in the goddamn wood chipper.
Just falls.
And then,
Lands
just
in the
like,
wood chipper.
and then
And he's like pulling him, but
yeah,
it looks like he's shoving
oh,
him
shit.
in.
Yeah, he's like trying to get him out, and then it's too late. He's halfway. He's dead.
And the other guy's running at the other guy with Dale with the spear, and Allie warns him, and he kind of spins around and like, hits her in the head, and knocks her out.
And
again.
that's like she's pretty much passed out for the majority of the movie.
And he runs out of the spear, but he trips, falls, lands on the spear. Another college kid just kills himself.
It's just they do a pretty good job at like it's somewhat it's somewhat plausible that they'd kill themselves these ways.
Yeah.
But it gets a little outlandish towards
because they consistently kill
yeah,
themselves.
like the onslaught is very alright.
Yeah.
It gets a little wonky in the end, but we'll get into that when we get there.
But basically, so now Dale and Tucker, they're talking to each other like, oh my god, these college kids, they're committing mass suicide on our property.
This is a suicide pact.
That's how they're explaining,
Yeah.
like, thinking about it in their head.
One of my favorite scenes in the movie though is when Tucker and what's his name? Tucker? Yeah, Tucker. When Tucker goes inside and they're all in shock and everything, and then Tucker's like, he just threw himself into the wood chipper. Like his reaction is so funny. It's just to play it. It's
just threw himself in the wood
that
chipper.
might actually be my favorite scene.
I think I know what's going on. They're committing mass suicide.
Yeah, like that's
here.
the logical jump.
Yeah.
Suicide pact.
Basically, so now they're like, oh, we have to get rid of the bodies because it looks bad.
Yeah, he's
right?
like, looks bad.
Looks like they killed him. All of a sudden, a cop shows up.
Yeah, as they're pulling one of the dead bodies.
He's like, listen, okay, these kids just started coming after property.
Yeah. Officer, we just had a doozy of a day. And it's like, we have to college kids just come on our property and killing themselves,
Yeah.
And he's like, you must think I'm the stupidest,
You must think I'm a moron.
Yeah, to believe that story.
He comes in and a cop ends up killing himself
Yeah.
as well.
It's funny too, because when the cop, they go back to Allie, who got knocked out, and they notice that, like, the sheriff is almost like, these guys probably didn't do it,
Yeah.
but there's no way that they're not going to get at least manslaughter.
Yeah.
Like, he's already...
Best case scenario, you guys get involuntary manslaughter.
I told you not to come here.
Yeah. And, and again, the college kids just start killing themselves. One picks up the gun from the cop and...
Yeah, that's where it gets a little hokey, because he's like
fumbling around
yeah,
with
it's
it.
like pulling it out of his
He's like,
face,
oh.
like...
He points it at him and he goes to pull it, but the safety's on, so he's like, hey. Dale's like, the safety's on. He's like, oh. Starts taking it in and boom,
Yeah,
blows his head off.
yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things where the movie has a lot of good scenes in it.
Yeah, like it's
funny.
kind of clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny, yeah.
Clever.
Except
clever,
the gun one wasn't that
clever.
It's like, eh.
I feel like clever horror kills. I feel like these were like, you could see these in several horror.
Okay, so like you're saying they did a good job at living inside of a B horror movie.
Yeah.
When it just,
like
it
how
just
people
goes reverse.
accidentally might like.
Yeah, because that's the thing too. Like the college kids like almost know they're in a horror movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they go about it like they're not really in a horror movie, but the way that they proceed, that they are in a horror movie is inevitably their downfall, because then they end up killing each other.
And it's funny because in the beginning, the main kid's like, oh, maybe she just took her here because she was hurt. Like he had the whole thing all right.
Yeah.
But as he's walking up to the door, he has like all this freaky stuff.
Well, another Chad too. Like almost right at the get-go, Chad just turns into like
survivalist.
Just we're not gonna call the cops. We're gonna handle this ourselves. So he has a slow descent into like crazy.
Madness.
Yeah, he start to go crazy.
And this is because later on you find out that Chad, his mother was one of the people who was involved in the massacre.
That's like one of the big
ago.
reveals.
Yeah,
and
pretty
his
much
dad
shortly
is
after.
actually the psychopath.
Yeah, so he's half hillbilly.
He's half hillbilly.
Psycho hillbilly.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Mm.
So he basically ends up trying. He loves Allie in a creepy way, and ends up because he can't have her, wants to kill her.
Yeah.
Naturally.
And Dale's
saves the day.
Somewhat saves the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By accident.
Yeah. I like this too because it is a horror movie trope when like you'll have like someone like say Ash from the Evil Dead.
Yeah.
When he is totally inept the whole movie.
Yeah.
But just by pure luck, he just survives and is able to kill everything.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like just like towards the end he gets a little badass, but really not. He just like kind of bullshits himself into being a badass.
Yeah.
He's like stumbles along and they kind of play that in this movie, like that little trope in horror movies, and they do it good. I mean, I think it's they do a good job, the writing wise.
I think it does have that like classic horror movie, cabin in the woods feel to it. Like a Cabin Fever.
Cabin Fever. Evil Dead a little
Evil
bit.
Dead.
It has the style in some
With
places.
the
The
misty,
fog, yeah, the mist.
yeah.
Any cabin in the woods story,
Really,
really.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
they go on that horror movie trope.
And I mean, I guess we can start talking about characters.
Yeah.
Because at the end, obviously,
Dale
gets
saves
the girl.
day. Yeah, and then they start dating, and then it's happy ever after, pretty much.
Yeah, that's the way it's portrayed.
Yeah.
Happy ending to the horror movie.
Yes.
Except we don't know where Chad's body is.
Oh, Chad's still
Oh,
out
that's
there.
right.
I bet that's a stinger at the end of the previews. Like,
yeah.
oh, they open up with him, and like it's a found footage.
Oh yeah.
They
yeah,
open
yeah.
up with him being the,
Yeah.
you know.
That's true.
So that I think it's something at the end, like a stinger at the end, like a teaser thing.
So the characters.
Tucker and Dale, I think they're awesome. Like, I think they do a really good job in the role. The acting is good.
Yeah.
And Dale is just like, he looks, at some points in the film, he looks like an intimidating dude.
Yeah.
But then he opens his mouth and then he's just like
His teddy bear.
completely non-violent. Like, he's just kind of like a wimpy dude.
It's so funny because he carries it through really well. I mean, it only kind of escapes at towards the end where he's like, "Oh, you want me to be a killer hillbilly?
I'll
Here
show you
I am,
killer-
I'll show you killer
yeah.
hillbilly." But before that, like he is consistently like a big old teddy bear.
Yeah,
baby. He's when the kids he think are committing suicide, he starts crying.
Yeah, he's like, he has a few, he just starts crying.
Yeah.
When he's, oh my god, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
They got my dog. Like,
Yeah.
at one point, they take the dog hostage. He's like, oh no, they got my dog.
my dog.
And it's like, he's like weeping.
Yeah.
It's just funny. It's you know, they do good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they do a good job of making them like seem stupid but have some redeeming, intelligent qualities. where
Yeah,
he's
like he has trivia. Like, he's
Yeah.
really good at trivia. He remembers
he's like,
great
oh,
shit.
I remember anything that anyone ever tells him, but he's like, I never made it past the third grade.
Yeah.
So he just has a third grade.
Education.
Education.
But he watches a lot of Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
endless wisdom.
Yeah, so-
Endless wisdom.
Yeah.
And then
One thing I do have to say is I really do like the interplay between Tucker and Dale. Like,
Yeah.
they're
their characters play off each other.
they play off each other very well. The acting, like, it seems like they would be real friends in real life. Like,
Yeah.
it's very like an authentic. It's
Yeah.
not like forced or nothing.
And-
Do a good job.
And Tucker is like the guy that Dale looks up to. He's
Only slightly more intelligent.
slightly more intelligent. He
Slightly
thinks
more confident.
Thinks he's
Yeah.
super confident,
Yeah,
super intelligent.
Yeah. He's not intelligent,
Yeah.
but he's super confident. So
Yeah.
he just tricks Dale into thinking that he's smart. You know what I mean?
So they, like I said, their characters like play well off each
Yeah.
other. And like Tucker's there to make Dale basically talk to the girl, which starts this whole chain of events.
And another kind of horror trope that they do is like the college kids. You kind of hate all of them.
Yeah.
It's like just like in like a Friday the 13th or a Nightmare on Elm Street, where it's like you almost like these kids
Rooting
are
for
stupid.
them.
Yeah, you're almost rooting for them on Elm Street. Like, it's like because they're so
Yeah.
stupid. Like
Yeah.
not they're stupid in the horror movie sense of stupidity.
Like they're gonna make stupid mistakes that everyone
yeah,
would do.
no, like I don't know.
And
like,
then it's funny because for the college kid characters, right? Some of them seem like they're gonna go off that and just do something normal. Like the kid in the beginning, he's just like,
I'm
you
gonna
know,
go
I
get the
think,
cops.
I think, yeah, he goes and gets the cops. The other one's like, hey, maybe we should just go up there and talk to him and ask him. He's like,
Yeah.
is that really what you want to do?
Yeah, like, well, Chad off the bat is very crazy. Like, he's a psycho.
Yeah.
He really drives the plot because if Chad wasn't there,
They would have.
the movie probably would have been.
It wouldn't have
fun.
happened.
It wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
It really is. He escalates everything and drives the plot.
So Chad basically keeps them going. It's like them versus us.
Yeah,
The hillbillies versus us.
He's like super racist against hillbillies.
Anti-hillbilly.
Anti-hillbilly.
He hates the hillbillies.
He does not.
Hates country music.
Oh yeah. He's more of a rap pop guy.
Yeah, probably pop
Popular music.
culture.
Yeah. He's a Chad pops the collar.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, he's a frat boy, right? He's in the
Oh, yeah, he's
fraternity.
Everyone that's not in the fraternity is a loser and all that shit.
Yeah.
So.
And then the other main character is Allie, who is unconscious through most of the movie.
Yeah, she's
Honestly, her only quality is that she's like clumsy.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
which is
the plot point. Because if
Yeah.
she wasn't, there would not
Yeah.
be.
not only that, which is also a big horror movie trope.
Yeah.
The survivor girl is always kind of
And it's funny because
Can be
she's
kinda-
a classic major in college. She's a psych major.
just
But
got
don't
that.
forget, she's quirky because she grew up on a farm.
She-
Oh, that's right.
She's like,
She
I
is.
do it.
I
Nope.
had to dig.
She's really just like Dale, but it's pretty. Yeah,
And went to
God,
college.
Yeah, they went to college. Yeah.
But yeah. She basically, so, these characters wouldn't be together in one place if basically she didn't knock her head.
Oh, another funny scene in the movie is she tries to have like a therapy session, and they all sit down and have tea to talk it out, and then the Chad character is talking about like his parents being massacred and all this
Yeah.
shit, and he's like traumatized.
It's like, let's get everyone's side here. And
And
he's
then
like,
Dale's
he goes
like-
back 20 years.
To him being born, and it's like, and then Dale's like, "Well, I'm really sorry that happened to you. I had nothing to do with that." He's
I
like,
was 7.
"I was 7." And the guy's like, "It's not you, but it's one of your kind." It's like, what the fuck?
It's funny because even Allie, right? And that scene,
It's
right,
like,
he's
whoa.
like, whoa, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
It's like,
He's
this is where it begins.
yeah. So I mean, that's
and then Dale tells his side of things.
how like he wouldn't hurt anybody and all that
Yeah.
stuff. The acting, the writing is just like, it's very good. Like it's perfect B horror movie
Yeah.
writing.
Yeah.
And they did a good job at blending that into a really good parody. The only thing I would have to say is the comedy and some of the jokes are like way too goofbally.
Yeah.
Like at some
But
points,
I think that's supposed to be on purpose.
it could be because it's like
Yeah.
it's cheese, but it's kind of goofy cheese.
Yeah, it's
No,
not
it's not like
it's
a
not like
cheese cheese.
it's not like 80s cheese.
It's not like Hot
it's
the
like
Duck
campy
cheese. Like,
cheese.
yeah, it's like
campy, yeah.
campy. Yeah, I guess campy.
Yeah, it's campy.
Yeah, it could be something like that. But there is very funny moments in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Like you'll laugh.
You will laugh. It's funny. I think they did a really good job of like putting it all together, making it seem like a horror movie is kind of thing, but like funny. Like,
Yeah. Well, towards the end,
towards the end, it's more serious.
it does have a horror movie element because there is an actual.
So they sprinkle a little love story in there.
Yeah, that too. They blend it
I
all
feel
together.
like every movie has to sprinkle a little.
especially
leaf.
comedy.
Yeah.
It's like a rom-com horror.
Yeah.
It's like weird.
Just sprinkle a little love
But
story.
it is. It's there. It's a main plot point, but I think it's more of a comedy than like
Yeah.
a romance. I
Yeah.
think it's
Well, I mean, Dale has to overcome his fear
insecurities
of,
and all that
so,
stuff.
So him ending up with the women at the end
It's cool.
is good. Yeah, good for Dale.
It's great for Dale. Bad for
Tucker.
I
Tucker
keep
loses
fucking- I'm
fingers.
so bad on names. Yeah, this guy gets like his stomach chopped up. and
I'm
his
never
fingers
going
off.
on vacation again.
Yeah. And then they reattach the woman's ring finger
Yeah.
instead of his. It didn't look like that before. And he's like, no, it's like, yeah, it can't be humor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can't be humor. But it's funny. It's a good short movie. I feel like most like B horror movies are pretty
Yeah,
short.
they're pretty short. They're like under an hour and a half.
And it's a nice light, funny movie.
It is a good movie if you just want to like hang out. I mean, I got nothing better to do. Throw it on. It's
Yeah.
It's a good watch. It's a good movie. I enjoy the film.
Yeah.
I've watched it a few times. I really like the overall plot and everything. I think it's a good movie.
Yeah. So if you had to give it 1 through 5 stars, what would it be?
I'd give it
In your comedy category.
in the comedy category. I can't go. I'd give it a 3.5.
3.5.
I'll say that because I want to give it maybe 3.7,
3.7.
closer to 4.
Okay.
Yeah, but I really like the film. It's really good. I like it a lot. Yeah. I think 3.7 is a good score.
Yeah, I think, and the tough part for me is because it's a comedy. I'm trying to relate it to like other comedies, but
That's
it's
the
not
thing.
really.
It's not. No, yeah, because it's like since it's a mixture of it too. It's not a very great strict comedy, and it's not like a very great strict horror. But in the middle, it makes a good thing. It's a good watch.
So taking that into consideration, I'm gonna give it a 3.5. What Steven was, I think it's a good movie. It's a good watch. It's funny. I personally like it better than Howard the Duck.
Listen, nothing is better than Howard the Duck. I think it is like
which is currently our most watched video.
It is.
Yeah. Howard the Duck review.
A lot of people love it. I got another good.
Not expecting.
I got a few other hidden gems for you too, in the same vein as Howard the Duck. You like that? I got a whole list for you.
So make sure you stay tuned so you can get that list and see our other movie reviews. Yeah.
It's gonna get weird.
It's gonna get weird.
My turn to pick the movie.
We're gonna try to get all the categories in there. Give you our honest movie opinion. Steven is a movie master here.
Whoa.
He's watched thousands.
Oh yeah, thousands.
Owns hundreds of hard copy DVDs.
I have literally maybe 400 or 500 DVDs.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a pretty good library.
It's got a lot of DVD. I just have Netflix and.
Well, I do
HBO.
now. I'm a recovering DVD addict.
Literally everywhere we used to go, he'd be like, "All right, yeah, I'm just gonna go look at the DVDs."
I would get. My favorite place would be the Dirt Mall because it's so cheap. So I'd get a lot of. I wouldn't buy new movies because they're too expensive. I'd really want to see a new movie.
Yeah.
Or I'd get one of the shitty horror movies that are $12, brand new.
Yeah.
So that was my bread and butter right there. So I'd watch a lot of that. That's why I get all the weird ones. But yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and make sure you like and comment below. Let us know what you'd like to see us review. If you think of a certain category, maybe we can cover that too. Chick flick. Could be a thing.
Worst genre.
I like chick flicks.
You've watched Bridesmaids 3 times.
Bridesmaids the only one that's I really like. That one's funny.
You know what?
Listen, so everyone knows, one time I was watching Dead to Me on Netflix, and Steven sat down on the couch and watched 2 episodes.
That's also.
Because he got sucked in.
pretty
So.
good. Well, that's the thing with
That's the
them.
thing with chick flicks.
I don't
the
like
drama things is they suck you.
While
into
we're
the
on this
story.
topic, all right, the Netflix show.
That was a good
I'm not a big freaking chick flick fan, but I mean, you sit down, you watch 5 minutes of that show, you will binge watch the whole season.
Yeah.
I didn't even it just catches you. I didn't even like it.
Likes that.
Yeah, I mean that's just how it goes. Though.
It is. It's very. You have to.
They suck you in.
They suck you in. They do.
It's the same thing.
You
watch a
get
drama, you get hooked into it.
You know.
So let us know in the comments below if you want us to watch one of
Let us
those.
know in the comment below if you want me to just make a video naming all the times I've watched something girly or dramatic and the boys sit down and watch it with me.
All right.
Because I'll do it.
Spoiler alert: the most embarrassing one was Once Upon a Time.
Oh
Because the whole house, you'd be watching that. The whole house sits down. Eventually, we're all watching Once Upon a Time. It's the girliest shit ever.
I have an ongoing list, honestly.
There's so many.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know there, and please like and subscribe, and please follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Check us out there, and obviously on YouTube, where we have a laundry list of great content on there. Thank you guys for watching.
All right, everybody. Bye.